Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to cover the channel topic's core concept, sustainability. We hear the term a lot, especially in the context of environmental protection, climate change, circular economy, or green solutions. Sometimes, perhaps too often, especially when businesses try too hard to make their products and services look greener. But what is actually the true meaning of sustainability? And why is sustainability such a crucial factor in tackling the global environmental and economic problems we face today? Let's dive in. Sustainability has many definitions. The most frequently used one you might come across is probably the one from the United Nations Brundtland Commission. Sustainability is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Alternatively, sustainability is utilizing resources within the limits of their regenerative capacity. The most straightforward definition of sustainability is the ability to maintain or support a process over time. That's what sustainability is in a nutshell: repeatability from a long-term perspective. Sustainability is often broken down into three pillars: economic, environmental, and social. Economic sustainability focuses on preventing the depletion of natural resources, ensuring their availability for the long term. By natural resources, we typically mean anything that we as humans depend on to support our life functions and economy, from water, arable land and forests, to energy sources, minerals and metals. All of those have limits to the rate with which we can utilize or harvest those while still allowing their natural renewal. Environmental sustainability is the responsibility to conserve nature's biodiversity and protect global ecosystems to support health and well-being, now and in the future. With the expansion of our land use activities and its continuous effects on the planet, such as climate change, the space for natural habitats is shrinking every year, with more and more species becoming endangered and ecosystems' health deteriorating quickly. Balancing human activity with the needs of the rest of nature is the domain of environmental sustainability. Social sustainability is about managing the business's social responsibility, balancing the business's growth with its impact on people, communities, and society as a whole. Concerns like health, safety, well-being, or equitable access to resources are the domains of social sustainability. If there is one thing I would take from it, it would be that sustainability is about our long-term ability to live on this planet while not destroying it at the same time. Okay, now that we have cleared that up, the more important question is, why should we care? Nobody here probably lives under a rock, so you are likely already well aware of problems like climate change, biodiversity loss, environment pollution, soil degradation, or the fact that this planet's resources are not limitless, and we may sooner or later run out of some resources. Climate change is a real problem, science-proven and accelerating. We are burning fossil fuels and, in return, heating up the planet with greenhouse gas emissions. The speed of the change is so high that the cumulative impacts on the ecosystems and economy would be massive and potentially catastrophic. Burning fossil fuels at such a rate is simply unsustainable. Not to mention that we would eventually run out of oil, gas, or coal anyway. Some scientists also speculate that climate change, together with already extensive land use and environmental pollution threatening today's already vulnerable ecosystems, could trigger sixth mass extinction, an event where, in a short period, a majority of species, potentially including humans, on Earth, die out due to rapid environmental pressure and resulting collapse of ecosystems. Tiny problems could also be waste and pollution management and its impact on the environment, or running out of some kinds of natural resources that are only considered renewable if you think in geological timescales. For example, did you know we may run out of indium, zinc, silver, or copper reserves before 2040? You can find this information and more, for example, in Visual Capitalist's article, A Forecast of When We'll Run Out of Each Metal. These problems are all connected. They are all human-caused. Human impact on the planet has now become so significant that some scientists have even started calling this epoch Anthropocene, the age of man. To illustrate the situation we find ourselves in, ecological footprint calculators were created. For example, footprintcalculator.org is where you can find out that we currently need 1.7 Earths to maintain our current levels of human activity on the planet. If you haven't seen it yet, I will place the link in the video description so that you can check it out later and calculate your personal footprint. 1 3/4 of a planet is obviously less than we currently have at our disposal, so using up that many resources does not sound like a long-term option. It is fair to add that we also share our planet with all the other species living here and having their own needs. And because we need functioning ecosystems more than they need us, we can't simply use up the entire planet's capacity just for ourselves. Next to that, we know that the human population on Earth still hasn't peaked yet, so our consumption likely hasn't either. From all of that, we could say we have a little problem. And that is why we should care about sustainability. We must learn, accept, and adapt to the fact that there are limits to what humans can use or do on the planet without facing the consequences. It is like children growing up and realizing that their freedom has limits, learning the boundaries of socially acceptable social behavior, laws and regulations, personal finances, limitations, etc. As human civilization, we are now growing up and learning our limits of sustainability. Hopefully, not the hard way. Another way to put it is that if we wish that our and future generations want to survive, or even thrive, on this planet long term, we should quickly find a way to balance our needs with Earth's capacity to regenerate, to become sustainable in virtually everything we do. Besides, I hope most of you will find it an appealing idea to hand over the Earth to future generations in a better shape, not worse, than in which we inherited it. Everyone should ask themselves, what kind of future for your children and grandchildren do you want to see? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? I leave it to you to answer. All right, I think now it is time for some good news, as there haven't been that many so far in this video. The good news is that there should still be enough time to do something about it. Around the world, innovative solutions are emerging. Renewable energy technologies are advancing rapidly, becoming more efficient and affordable. Recycling, even if imperfect, can help preserve rare existing limited resources for longer. Global awareness about sustainability is growing, leading to more responsible consumption patterns and stronger environmental policies. That said, there is still much to be done, and the time is running out quickly for climate change prevention. Let's discuss exactly how much time we have left another day. Still, one thing is sure, the world isn't collapsing yet, giving us that precious time to act. And to act, there are some things you can do today to start or advance your sustainability journey. For example, check out the links in this video description to find inspiration on how to live more sustainably. Think about what you can do to make our world a more sustainable place, and start taking small steps towards that goal today. Remember, it's a journey, not a sprint. Let's wrap up. In today's episode, we have covered that sustainability does not just mean doing something positive for the environment, but rather being able to live on this planet long term while not destroying it at the same time. We also learned sustainability matters because we already consume almost 2 planets' worth of resources, so we are already clearly overshooting our limits, and we should do something about it before it's too late. And last but not least, we know we still have time to act, so don't let that opportunity slip away. One thing you can do today is like this video so that it can reach more viewers and subscribe to the channel to get notified about new content. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Stay sustainable.